The copper country received its nickname during the mining boom of the mid 1800s and into the 1900s, but carbon dating shows that mining in this area goes as far back as 7,000 years ago. This type of prehistoric mining would have been achieved on a primitive level with hand tools.
We had Native Americans here. They found this new material, and it was just in this area of the Great Lakes, the upper Great Lakes, Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Ontario, Manitoba. They developed beautiful, beautiful tools. Here's a reproduction, and that's what I do. I reproduce what we see in the archaeological record and what the metal detectorists find, and there's an example.
The group met in Misery Bay, and some traveled from the neighboring states of Wisconsin and Minnesota to take part in the activity, where they heated raw copper and hammered it into tools and utensils.
Now, there's some people that sat down today that, with direction from myself and from some other experienced smiths, they made some pieces that turned out absolutely fantastic. Better than my first pieces did, for sure. But when you got the benefit of having a teacher there to help you along, which the ancients would have too, the learning process is a lot smoother that way versus trying to figure it out on your own.
After the natives found the red metal, they would have used stone hammers and forged it into usable items.
Awls, knives, spears, fishing gaffs, leasters, a lot of decorative items. You name it, they were making it.
In this modern-day replication, the group had the convenience of a propane forge, but in prehistoric days, the necessary heat was created using a good old campfire.
They were using fire, and the reason we used the forge today is because short amount of time.
It's believed by many that metalworking started with copper, originating in the Keweenaw Peninsula before spreading to other parts of the world and eventually evolving into modern-day methods that we use today.
We still use copper. We coat pots and pans, and sometimes we get pure copper pots and things like that. You know, our computers and our iPhones and all that now. Copper is one of the most recycled materials there is in the world.
Experienced coppersmiths like Larry and Paul are happy to share their expertise with those who are willing to learn.
It's eyeballing pieces for the structural integrity, pureness, lack of flaws, and then if you have that, you can heat it up, scour it, clean it, and examine it again. Then you go to a preform, pound it out into a bar, and from that you can take from that basic form, you can make almost anything that the natives did.
It was quite adequate. They put that on a spear, and the man went and killed a bear with it.
More information on ancient copper working can be found on the Facebook page, Native American Artifacts of Wisconsin. I'm Lee Snitz for ABC 10 and the CW5.